Oh, Nika. Oh, Nika. Oh, Nika. Oh, Nika. I said no, oh, Nika. So listen, I just got back from New York the other day, and as soon as the plane landed, I turned my phone. Um, I took my phone out of airplane mode, and I had a couple of text messages. And one of the text messages was of Onika calling out Sean Carter, better known as Jay-Z. And I was a little gagged because this go around, Nicki wasn't playing no games. She was calling out names. you know, Monique said, either you gonna call out the names or leave it on the playground. That's what Monique said. Monique said something similar to that. Call out the names or leave it on the playground. Uh, so Nikki woke up and she started working those thumbs, and she grabbed that phone, and Mama was tweeting her life away. So we're gonna go over some of the text messages, not text messages. I just told a whole lie. Some of the tweets. I'll start off with this. Breaking down Nicki Minaj's feud with Jay-Z on and off social media. This is according to usmagazine.com. So Nicki Minaj is making it clear she is not a fan of Jay-Z. As the super bass rapper continues to make headlines for her social media post, fans are trying to uncover what led to her public disagreement with the music legend. According to Complex, Minaj's beef with Jay-Z stems from from Tidal, a global music streaming service that he co-founded in 2015. At the time of the launch, Billboard reported that artist partners such as Minaj were gifted 3% in equity in exchange for creating content and driving value for the subscription service. In 2021, however, Jay-Z sold the majority ownership of Tidal to Jack Dorsey's Square Company for $302 million. According to Minaj, she didn't receive a fair amount of money from the deal. I received a call advising Tidal was sold and they made no money on the deal. So all they could offer me was $1 million, she claimed via X in September 2024. She later alleged that she was scammed and declined the deal. Us Weekly has reached out to Jay-Z's rep entitled for comment. Keep reading for a breakdown of what went wrong between Minaj and Jay-Z, where they stand today. According to Minaj, Jay-Z owes her millions of dollars from her equity in Tidal. Now, this is one of the tweets. We've collected about, oh, sorry. I just had a pop up. Hold up, y'all. We've calculated about $100 to $200 million so far, she claimed via X on July the 8th. Hashtag Jay-Z called me to settle this debt. It's only collecting more interest. You still my top 5 though. Girl, let me just say something. I'll put the link because I'm not going to read the rest of this. We're just going to go over the tweets. I'll put the link to the article in the description box. I do think it is weird, and maybe because I'm broke, that Nicki is now claiming that she's owed $100 to $200 million. Now, maybe it's because I'm broke. $100 to $200 million is a lot of money to be owed and to just go about your business. The girls claim that they from the hood and where I grew up and how I grew up and on my block. I know bitches getting their head bust open for $20. I know somebody right now out in these streets, girl, tussling because somebody owed them $30. Somebody just fell out with a friend of 10 years over $125. Somebody out there, girl, just sent somebody a nasty text message over $40. Somebody just logged online and saw that the person that they let borrow some money, who said they was going to pay them back last Friday, they just saw them post a picture out at the restaurant with a cocktail and an appetizer. This heifer owed me $45, and she out taking pictures of a lemon martini and some wings, but she owed me $45. So for Nicki to go this long, and she's saying that she's owed $100 to $200 million, girl, Nicki is far from broke, from what we understand. Unless you just somebody who just sitting on billions and billions and billions of dollars like Jeff Bezos, 100 or 200 might not break you. But Nicki ain't that rich to the point where she's just gonna let almost $200 million just slide. 100 to $200 million? Girl, Nicki over there taking care of two people. Three if you count herself. Her, Megan's Law, and Papa Bear. Girl, another one of the text messages that she put up with was this. Now, this is the one that gagged me. I'm not gonna lie. Now, this one, baby, I said, "Whoa, Onika!" I said, "Onika ain't playing no games, baby. Onika ain't playing no games." Onika put up this text, not text. I keep saying text, tweet. Is this why he was trending the other day? I don't know. To God be the glory. Girl, y'all love playing with God. Girl, God said ain't got nothing to do with this. Get somebody else to do it.
Get somebody else to do it.
Jay-Z is trending because the judge has, I'm assuming this is what 50 Cent posted, has granted Ramir requests to move forward with his case, and the judge has demanded Jay-Z respond to Ramir paternity lawsuit by July the 18th, hashtag Jay-Z. So for those who don't know, there's this guy out there who's saying that Jay-Z is basically his biological father. I think his mother passed away some years ago. And I guess Jay-Z has been doing whatever he can do to not have to take a paternity test or to try to determine if he is the father. Maury Povich, we don't know. You know, so that was my dryer. Listen. Just because you look like someone does not mean that you're related. There are people out there who have doppelgangers and ain't no bit more related than girl. Just they not related. You know, we're not gonna sit here and act like this boy don't look like Jay-Z though. But just because they look alike doesn't mean anything. It just doesn't. That's not 99.999% you are the father. That's not 99.999% that you are related. Do I think that it is weird that Jay-Z doesn't just want to go ahead and get this out of the way to prove he's not the father? I do think that's a tad bit weird. I do. Another tweet that Nicki sent out. Now, we're going to talk a tad bit about Meg the Stallion. So, Meg the Stallion. So, Meg the Stallion hit with explosive lawsuit from former employee trapped in a car while she had sex. So we've already talked about this, but this is an update. Grammy Award-winning rapper Meg the Stallion, whose real name is Megan Pete, and her record company Roc Nation are in legal hot water after a federal judge ruled that a workplace harassment and discrimination lawsuit against her by former cameraman Emilio Garcia will go forward. The April 2024 complaint includes a laundry list. I thought this microphone was off. Of allegations of sexual misconduct, fat shaming, and retaliation. Meg's reps have vehemently denied all allegations. On July the 2nd, the U.S. District Court Judge Gregory H. Woods granted substantial aspects of Garcia's case, specifically those concerning claims for a hostile work environment due to the longevity of his and Megan's working relationship. I'll put the link to this article in the description box. So basically, I guess this is a win for Emilio whatever Garcia. You know, I do believe that boy ain't lying though. Sorry, I believe he telling the truth. I believe that Meg was in the car fucking some bitch when they was in Spain. I do. I do believe that Meg probably fat shamed that boy. I do. The thing is, Meg's not being sued for like sexual harassment. She's really being sued for unpaid wages. I think he just included, you know, some people might say he's a messy queen, but I think he included that extra stuff so that the lawsuit will probably gain some traction. Let me go ahead and throw in here that girl, she was, you know, tapping on a little cat when we was in Spain, even though I'm really not suing for sexual harassment or anything of that sort. It's really about unpaid wages. But Nicki post after DJ Academics posted something about Meg, she responded, "Oh no, what was that law again?" Now, this is the thing about Nicki. I do believe that Nicki be telling the truth about a lot of stuff that she be saying, believe it or not. I ain't gonna say everything, but I do believe that Nicki be telling the truth. I do believe that Nicki is owed some money from Jay-Z or Tidal or whatever. Now, is it $100 to $200 million? I don't know. She could be telling the truth. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know nothing about the deal they made. But do I believe that she's owed some money? I absolutely believe Nicki is owed some money. Do I believe that Jay-Z is sneaky and conniving? I do. I do. Do I believe that Jay-Z is out for self? I do. I do. Do I believe that Nicki is ruining? Do I believe that Nicki moves like a superstar? No. We just gonna talk. Girl, I just think it's weird that Nicki has anything to say about anybody, whether it's Meg the Stallion, Jay-Z, paternity lawsuit. Megan, not Megan. What's the girl name? Onika. Your husband can't even go near a school. I don't even know if Onika can have kids at her house. The last time we heard, that man had to have permission to go on a trip. You had to hire him as your security or something. Is that true? I just hate, because Nicki really should be the girl in charge of the girls. But I do believe, I do believe in my head, I believe that Nicki might not be a nice person in real life. There is a reason that the girls in the rap game don't fool with Nicki like that. Really and truly, the girls who should be running the whole industry should be Beyonce and Nicki Minaj. Beyonce runs it. The girls love Beyonce. I think it's weird that the R&B girlies, the rap girlies all love Beyonce girl, but the rap girlies do not like Nicki Minaj. I do believe that Nicki Minaj might be a mean girl in real life. I believe that Nicki being the only one female that reigned for a very long time, I think that probably did something to her as far as, ego, pride, I'm that girl. Can't nobody F with me. And that might be true to a certain extent. That might be true. But the fact of the matter is Nicki's not the only girl anymore. What about that law? Girl, Megan's law. It got to do with your husband. I hate that. I just don't know. Like Nicki moves like I don't know. I just hate when Nicki moves like this. I do. It's supposed to be beneath her. Girl, whatever business dealings you have with Jay-Z, I would expect that you would try to handle that not on Twitter. Nicki moves like she ain't got no power. And maybe she don't. Like you ain't gonna never see Jay-Z down to the internet arguing with nobody. You ain't gonna never see Oprah Winfrey down to the internet arguing with anybody. You probably gonna never see Tyler Perry down to the internet arguing with anybody. Because in their head, they probably feel like, girl, I have the power. I don't have to go down to the internet. She also put being gay. Being a gay man doesn't give any woman in the right to sexually grind on you or have sex in front of you. I remember seeing someone grinding on their hairstylist and he seemed so uncomfortable. Girl, like Nicki, I just think you need to leave anything that has to do with sex like out of the conversation. Because they say that your husband stole some pussy back in the day. Now, I wasn't there. No, Meg ain't got no business having sex in front of Mr. Garcia. But your husband ain't had no business stealing pussy either. I'm going to use some of the money Jay-Z owes me to send some of my barbs to college, pay their school fees and student loans via my Student of the Game charity. Now, we're going to get into some more mess with Nicki probably in another video. But, people have their speculations of why Nicki is now all of a sudden coming after Jay-Z about this money. Is the money dry over at the Petty? I mean, is the money, not as long as it used to be at the Petty household? I don't know. Like I said, I do think it's weird that somebody owes you $100 to $200 million, and girl, you just letting it go on. Like, girl, who is doing some shit like that? You have to be filthy rich just to let $100 to $200 million just kind of like not try to collect on it. $100 to $200 million. That's how much you're owed. Like I said, I know bitches getting their ass whooped over $20, and now you run into the internet talking about he owes me X amount of dollars. I could see Nicki letting 1 million, 2, 3, even $4 or $5 million. Like, girl, I'm gonna get my money one day. I could see money like that. Nicki probably like, he owes me. I'm gonna get my money one way or another. But 100 to 200 million, that's a large amount of money. That ain't just like 2, 3, 4, 5, even $10 million. I hate this for Nicki. I do. Oh, this is another one. Jay-Z, you let Deseret do a lot of evil to black people and you stayed silent. We used to believe you. You went out sad, nigga. This is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. Deseret, did you get the 40 million? 55 and paying for bots? Oh, bot nation. Dear Jay-Z and Deseret, you ruined hip hop, you ruined football, you ruined basketball, you ruined touring, you ruined Instagram, you ruined Twitter. The jig is up. All of this is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. Girl, I don't know. I just hate when Nicki come down to the internet. I do. It's like it should be beneath her. I know that like they're celebrities. I know they're human and they have feelings and all that stuff. I just hate when she does it. It just gives like spiraling out of control in a way. Girl, you ain't gonna never see Beyonce come down to nobody's internet. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. All right, y'all. Let me know what y'all think about Nicki. Again, I'll probably be back later to get into some more mess about Nicki, and why this alleged money um, she's now asking for. Do y'all think that Nicki is spiraling? Do y'all think that Nicki is wrong? I mean, I don't think Nicki is wrong for wanting her money at all. I just have questions of a girl like, why did you wait so long to try to collect on 100 to 200 million dollars? That's a lot of money. Even at the lower end of 100 million, that's still a lot for you to be owed. Nicki gonna have to stop talking about girl lawsuits and paternities and who having sex with who. Nicki don't have no room to talk. Nicki literally is surrounded by men who have problems keeping their hands to themselves, whether it's her husband, whether it's her brother. Hello? She get, Nicki don't have a lot of room to talk. Anyways, I'm going, y'all. I'll be back later because I want to talk about Tyler Perry Studios. TP. Girl, you know they say they trying to take down black men, honey. They trying to take down the rich black men, honey. That's what they said. All right, y'all. Let me get up out of here. Talk to y'all later. Bye.